Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you are well. So I want to make a pile of journaling cards and tags so that they're ready for me to embellish for whatever journals I want to do. So I'm just going to use book page as a base because I have a lot of them, which I always say. So I'm going to grab a nice pile of these out. Start with that. Now I'm thinking I probably don't want them, and that'd be alright for a journaling card. Just thinking I'll cut off, I think, some of that edge and maybe a little bit of the bottom. Not this guillotine, but I don't know if this much, if it would cut this much. We won't know until we try. That looks pretty right. Oh, yes, it did. Just. I'll take a bit of the bottom off as well. So I'm just going to grab glue stick. Maybe we'll just do some journal cards to begin with. So I'm just going to fold these in half. So nothing new. I'm sure you've seen these being done plenty of times. Now, if it's a bit uneven, I can either trim it to not to be uneven, or what I'll probably do is cover these and then trim if I need to. Be the way to do it. So just do them like that. Just grab some greaseproof paper, I think. Hope everyone's doing all right. Fell asleep on the couch for a couple of hours before, and that was annoying because I had watered a certain part of my garden so that I could weed it today. So I woke up at 7:15 and dashed out there half asleep to weed before the sun went down. So this is a good way to use up your book pages. Sometimes I like journal cards and tags that aren't necessarily made of cardboard. A bit softer and sometimes thinner too for slipping in and out your pockets, and a bit lighter. Thought I'd come in and do this because I put the TV on and there's nothing on. Just watched a bit of the end of Jurassic Park 3 for the 100th time. I think Home Alone's on. I mean, don't we get enough of that at Christmas? So that's the state of the TV tonight. I should catch up on everyone's videos later. That'll give me something to watch. Tell you what, this glue is pretty good stuff. It's a Boss Stick glue stick. It's working well for me, which is unusual. The last page I want to do for now. Alright, so that's given us a few of these to start with. Now the next thing I want to do is back those with some of my plain paper. This is some vintage paper that I got from the secondhand store. Been using it heaps to back things with. Don't want to run out of it. I love this stuff. But I've decided I will use that, so we will get to backing these first. So how will we fit them? I don't think we'll fit two. We could. It'd be pretty close. Yeah, so we could do two. Looks like we could fit about 4, and then we can keep the offcut for tags. So again, I'm just going to glue stick this on. Just grab my roller out. I'll make things a bit easier. So it was 27 today apparently, although it felt a lot hotter than that because the house still hasn't cooled down. So I think we're down to 22 or something tomorrow, hopefully, so that'll be a lot nicer. But I did manage to get my washing done. Trying to catch up on video making and get ahead a bit, which will be good. Alright. So I'll just put that piece to the side and get another piece. Annoying me, but oh well. I've got all this thread at the back of my desk that I'm pulling off of bits that I'm using in a current project, and I'm leaving it there because I might want to add it to some of my embellishments. But I keep picking it up with everything and putting everything in it. It's not a good idea to put my glue roller in there. Now, just put the glue on the right thing might help. Now, it is the weekend. I am meant to be doing my challenges, but I thought this should be a quickish project that I can get done in between. I've realised I've really only got 2 challenges so far to do, although I must put my challenge up in the next couple of days, I think. So I will try and do the 2 challenges tomorrow. Oh, is that it, is it? So it must have 8 all up. We'll have to do more, but that'll do for starters. All right, so I want to cut those out. So I'll get the scissors that I don't mind getting glue on. So just having the book page makes it a lot more sturdier once you put the backing paper on, and then if you put something on the front as well, it's actually a nice sturdy journaling card. And of course I will sew around these, so because I don't trust the stick glue that much. Alright, so they're all cut out now. Now what I thought I would do for the top, I don't know how it looks, so we'll see. I have a whole lot of pianola roll, sort of scrappy bits, well they're short bits anyway. I was cutting up a roll, and these are just some of the more damaged pieces and that I thought I would use for this sort of thing. So I thought I will put pianola roll over that side. And then I will sew around them, and I'll have some really basic journaling cards that are ready to embellish or put in as is if you're doing a plainer style journal. So I'll get the first piece of that. And I just want to figure out which way I want to. It doesn't really matter. I think that'll look all right. Even with the text coming through. I thought the text coming through at least helps sort of highlight the holes. The other thing would be to put it over. I mean, that looks good too, but it looks like we could get 2. This stuff is painful to use. I love it, but it's painful. So So what I might do to make it easier for myself is chop this down the middle-ish. And then, now do we want that? It's all right going up and down, or do I want it? I like it up and down. Any scraps of this will probably just go into my collage bin. Maybe we'll do it that way, might be easier, I think. I'll just stick it on like that. That's all right. Oh, we fit another one. Yes, we will. Alright, so there are 2 that we'll let dry, and then we'll cut, and then we'll sew. So 6 more to go. Awesome, so that's them all covered now. So now I've just got to cut around them again, and then sew them, and then rub any glue off of them with my glue rubber. But let's just cut around one and see what we've got. As I said, these pieces are big enough to do a tag. Anything smaller will go in for collaging. So not much of it gets wasted, that's for sure. So that's the back, bit of glue I've got to rub off, and that'll be the front. And as I said, once I stitch around it will hold a lot better as well. But that's a really nice background to be able to, you know, put a beautiful flower on and some words or a label or something. I think that will look really, really nice. So I'm quite happy with that, and it's still quite thin. And yeah, nice and light, so I think that's good. So it'll probably just bubble a little bit in areas I didn't get glue because I didn't go overboard with gluing since we're going to stitch it, but that's all right. So I'll cut around all of them, I'll stitch them, and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. So I went around all of my journaling cards with this large corner rounder, which made them look a lot nicer, I think. And then I sewed around them with black thread. Now with this one, I had quite a space to stitch, as you can see, and I didn't really like that. I must do a stitch sampler for myself, just so that I know the width and length and that of the stitches. Without having to test it out to see. Because I always do them and I don't like them, and then I've got to fiddle around with it and try again. So that was the first one I did. And then that was the second one I did, which was much better, but still not quite what I wanted. So then I finally got the stitch size I liked. So yes, I must do a sampler thing and try out all the different stitches. So I just went for a basic zigzag for this. And I like the way they've turned out. They feel beautiful. They really do. The music paper is so smooth. So they'll be awesome to tuck into some tuck spots. And they'd look really nice with flowers or vintage pictures or something, or even stamped. So I've got 8 of those ready to go now, which was great. And it's a good way of using up those book pages as a base for these. So that's a quick, easy way of making some journaling cards and using up some of your Pianola paper and book pages. I shall see you again soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.